Yo, 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 what's up? How's it going? Is anybody in chat right now? I don't think many people really know that I'm doing pre-London yet on top of Asia, which I would have been here for Asia earlier, but it was for the fact that my internet was down. Yo, Liam. Benny Grant. Yo, we got some people here now. Yeah, I was just saying that my internet was down. It was so stormy. I think that's the reason it was cutting in and out earlier. So I didn't bother even trying to boot it up. I knew it would just crash over and over again. Yo, Honey Bear, my man. Hussein, how's it going, brother? Alex. Got a nice squad of people here today, ready to seize the market, seize some opportunities. Yeah, let's see what's popping here this pre-London. Might stream a bit into London too. We'll see. I didn't do Asia, or I wasn't able to do Asia, so definitely gotta, make up for that. Willem, my dog, how's it going? We got Ariel in the chat. Yup. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Good, I presume. Snagged the Bullnox eval. Dope, man. Yeah, I used to stack so many 91% off codes. Grant's doing good. That's great to hear. Took a day off the charts yesterday. W. Sometimes you got to do that. It's kind of hard for me to do that, honestly, because I'm like friggin'. I'll mess up, do something dumb, and then by the time the next day rolls around, I'm just ready to try again. But I don't really have much going on in my life, though. I don't really have a life outside of trading, which is why I think I do that. But yeah. Someone said big up Seth. Where's Seth to? I didn't see Seth say anything. Took a naughty 40 pip move on NQ yesterday. W, bro. Yeah, Seth is asleep right now, but I think he said he trades London if he's not working. I think he changes up his sleep schedule so he can do it. So he'll probably be here one of these days on his days off or something. But yeah, you see the friggin' wait. You see that right there? That's my first ever funded certificate in the background. First ever time I got funded. Had to frame that shit. It was like a milestone, you know? Ooh, the extra 1%? She. That's with Bullnox. Yeah, the first time I got funded was with Bullnox. I got my top set one somewhere. Yeah, I got my top set one too, but I haven't framed that. First time I got funded with top set. Look who it is. Sylwia, the Queen of Poland, has arrived. How was it in the oxygen chamber after? Or should I say the hyperbolic time chamber? I don't know if you know what that is, but you probably don't. It's from Dragon Ball Z, so it was brilliant. That's good to hear. Seal's here, my man. Good to have you here, bro. Hope you're doing well. Let's give some motivation to Seal. I know bro's going through it right now, but he's a good guy. And he has a lot of good things coming for him. And I need to grab my tea. Any trades taken today? Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. I'll be back in like 1 minute. Heather's here. W Heather. No way, Sylvia. You're absolutely crushing it lately. What the heck? Sylvia just randomly out of nowhere started absolutely crushing it. But yeah, someone asked if I took a trade coming into Asia. Honestly, not that I can predict the future, but I was very confident we were going to drop heavily. So I tried to find any excuse to enter a sell, full margin to hold, but I ended up getting stopped out on my live account. So yeah, I don't think I think I would have found a better entry if I wasn't in bed on my phone using data. Like, why would I be doing that? Well, my internet was down on my computer, so I was using data on my phone. Like, yeah, I mean, just the way the daily closed yesterday is just so obvious. Not that it's obvious it will happen, but it's obvious it was high probability, which is why I was kind of like looking for any reason to take something. And yeah, like being in bed under my covers is just not the vibe for trading either, especially on your phone. Yeah, bad idea. But if you guys remember, last time I was trading this alpha account, it was man, when was that? Was that the beginning of this week? I think it was. I took a sell on this and I ended up only losing half of what I risked. I cut it early. I remember that. Yeah, so we'll see. If we catch something, I might get myself at a drawdown on this. Oh man, I gotta talk about the trade I took in New York. I held through ADP. I literally big brained it so hard. I thought like I was relatively bullish for that session, and I just thought, okay, it's late into London. If we can push up from some type of impulse right here where we started kind of coming down. For one, I was bullish for New York and I was bullish for ADP. I'm not really a fundamentalist trader, but I did think that, you know, ADP would push price up. So I thought if I could get an early entry, I would never take an ADP trade if I was close to where it opened. But my entry was literally right here. We wicked down a little bit, pushed up, took an impulse, held it, put my stop really tight. I only had like $1,000 left on my daily loss limit because I did take an L on Asia. I think, yeah, by the time ADP hit, we were all the way up here, already all the way up here, and I was like, oh shit, like it's kind of exactly what I was hoping was gonna happen. From my entry with stop and profit, the chances of the news candle slipping me was pretty low, so I just held through it. And I think I closed up around this level up here. Not NFP, no, ADP. But yeah. No, NFP would probably slip me out of it. NFP would, like, yeah. But yeah, I was really hoping I could do something like that again. Yeah. Isn't that crazy, man? Like, I was talking to my friend on the phone and I was like, you know, when Dan showed the statistic of how many people get moved to live on Top Step, and it being like 98 traders out of 100,000 get moved to live. And it's like, how many people do you think ever earn one of the top earners spots in it for a day? You know, it's like, what the fuck is happening, honestly? Like, how the fuck is this happening? That's why I say perseverance is so key. Like, just show up every day, be consistent, and don't give up, and like this shit like this might happen. Yeah. You know what? Something that we're gonna talk about in the webinar this weekend is gonna be accountability and community, the importance of it, because I noticed it's a regular theme for people to mess up and then disappear. You know, if you give yourself the option of just disappearing, you're more likely to do that. So you gotta have accountability. And no matter what you do, it's like, who gives a fuck? Just keep trying. Like, no one's gonna, if anybody really understands what it's like to be a trader, no one's gonna judge you for doing dumb shit. Like, there's people out there who's been trading for years and haven't turned a profit or haven't even got a payout, and they've just been blowing account after account after account. And it's like, I don't judge those people. I want to help those people, because even those people can succeed. Like, even if your habits are that deep, it's like, are you going to tell an alcoholic that friggin', are you going to tell someone that's been an alcoholic for like 10 years that, oh, you've been doing it for 10 years, so it's impossible for you to stop? Oh, I see. Yeah, literally. Like, how can I say this? One of the best things about community is literally just being able to mess up and still be accepted. And you need that, especially for a trading community. So you're probably already close to that, not gonna lie. When you put, I mean, not to say that there's no good female traders. There's amazing female traders, but I feel like the ratio of female to male is probably low. So you isolate temporarily. I need to remove from my vision. Yeah, but trading really shouldn't put you in a bad spot. You shouldn't be letting it put you in a bad spot. Like, no matter what happens, no matter what you do, it's all chill. Like, just say what you did, own up to it, and like accept it. If you always have such a bad association with messing up, like, don't have a bad relationship with failure, because failure is needed to succeed. Failure is literally a necessary step to success. So why would you have a bad relationship with it? Unlike those TikTok diva traders, Sylvia is an actual trader. Yeah, 100%. Sylvia is actually an incredible person. If anybody follows her Instagram or knows what she's about, what she's went through, yeah, she's about that life. She's definitely going to succeed. She has what it takes. Be a 30 closure coming up after this candle. What do we want to see here? That's a question we can ask. I mean, most likely some sort of sell, I would say. Got my tea. I'm not drinking coffee today or tonight. I mean, I'm drinking tea. So I'm switching it up a little bit. I have no emotional attachment to losses. It's the time I lose. Can you explain that a little bit more, Heather? If you don't mind. What do you mean by it's the time you lose? Yo, Hilly, how's it going, man? Good, I hope. Good, I presume. I keep saying that. I keep saying good, I hope, good, I presume. Why the frig do I say that? Type 2 incoming? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I would probably take it. I was just saying I mean, obviously, I would like to have some sort of sell entry. Good to see you 3 Londons in a row. Yeah. I said I was going to start doing it, so I'm going to do it. I've been enjoying streaming. I've been enjoying being here with you guys and just chatting it up and actually locking in for a session. It helps a lot, honestly. Do not do dumb shit. Double candle, no top wick. Yeah, it's crazy. Time is it for me? It's 3:49 a.m. right now. Yo, Bluey, how's it going, cutie? Bluey the cutie has arrived. How are you, beautiful? Yeah, I'm a night owl. I kind of got myself screwed because when I started locking in with trading, like the very beginning of the year, and I was like, I'm doing this, showing up every night. It was like I wanted to trade all 3 sessions, so I had to stay up through the whole night. And now I just got myself in that mode where it's just normal to me. Like, I have no attachment to being up in the daytime. Whenever I tell someone I'm up throughout the night by choice, they're like, what? You're crazy. And sleep all day is like, it's just completely normal to me at this point. And it's part of the reason why when people brag about being up at like 5 a.m. and stuff, I get my 8 hours. That's the thing. But I genuinely don't think it matters what time you sleep. People talk about circadian rhythm. Yeah, there might be something to that, but like, yeah. I mean, 18 hours a day on a computer is... Heather, some advice I would offer you, honestly, is just to pick... If you want to learn trading and be successful in trading, you just pick a couple hours a day here and there. Like, even when I was trading 3 sessions, I wouldn't be spending nearly that much time on the computer. Like, my advice for you is, if you want to trade like the max amount that I would consider to be acceptable to learn would be, you can do all 3 sessions. It's hard to get used to, but just limit yourself to like 2 to 3 hours per session. I would say 2 would be the best. 8 candles per session. Just watch 8 candles. And over time, you'll absorb so much information. In trading, less is more. That's something that Dan taught me early on. He always told me that less is more in trading, and it really is. Yeah, I caught that too, Kento. I don't know if it's the same. Yeah, I think it was, but... Okay, so how do you pronounce your name? Mwok. Mwok is new here. He's looking for cells off resistance. What are you looking for? Pretty much the same thing, bro. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Wisdom gems all day. Yeah, I don't consider myself to be like wise or smart or anything, but one thing that has allowed me to have thoughts like this is that I literally spent so much time just thinking about life. If I'm not doing something, I'm just thinking about like existential shit. The problem is you can get bored and you take a trade because of that. That's usually when you lose. Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's always when you lose, because if you do that, even if you win, you kind of lost. Yeah. Like, the game isn't really... The game isn't to come on the chart and win a trade. It's to come on a chart and take a high probability trade. Probabilities play out randomly. I could take dumb trades every day and like I could win 10 absolutely stupid, no thought process behind it trade and win 10 in a row. But anybody who knows anything about probabilities and how they work, you would know that the amount of time that probabilities play out for it to actually even out is infinite. So like a month is like a blip in that. 50% is a crazy amount to be, you know? That's why sample size is so important. Like, I've taken, since I did trade 3 sessions a day for like a year. Oh shit, why is it so high up? I have no idea. Oops. Yeah, thank you. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, because I traded those 3 sessions every day for like a full year, my sample size is way higher, and I feel like I'm able to discern between probabilities a lot better than if I just did 1 or 2. Waiting for resistance. I'm kind of just waiting for confirmation in the opposite direction of up strong enough for me to think that we're gonna switch. Which session do you perform the best in? I would say it's pretty equal, just kind of in phases. Like throughout my journey, I've noticed that I'll go weeks where Asia will just be amazing, and then weeks where London will be amazing, and then weeks where New York will be amazing. And then the complete opposite. NQ-Bio, let me check it out. Interesting. I doubt it's gonna stick around, but well, it's kind of overextended anyways from that point. Like, we have 3 minutes. I think gold's in a good position to kind of engulf at least this candle and see what happens here. The hourly would be flipping red with another 30 minutes left. The 4 hour is going to be flipping red too. We do have that resistance, or support I mean, to the left, but obviously we're freaking super bearish today. I think this is kind of a prime place to sell on gold. What do I think about NQ? I think it's kind of far from that resistance level. Like, if you're looking to sell above here, it's pretty far above that. It just makes me wary about where I'm going to put my stop loss. I don't really want to have my stop loss above this shit, because I feel like it's free game for it to come down and retest all the way down to here. Probably won't, but it's just like it could. I like that gold is engulfing a lot more. Sylvia says, Pez, I'm stacking my accounts because it gives me peace of mind to have a few of them. And on the funded ones, I only take very small trades. Do you think that's okay? Definitely. Yeah. What would be wrong with that? Would you wait for the next candle to be bearish with sell rejection, then enter on the next one? This closure would be fine as long as it has enough strength in it. As long as it has enough strength in bearish direction and we get a retest, then a break of the previous low, that'll be good enough for me. Oh, NQ. Yeah, that's what I would wait for. Then I would definitely take it, yeah. I would take it then. How many consecutive losses do you take? It varies. Yeah. Oh God, no. Wasn't the whole of December. My goodness. I wish it was. What's funny though? The guy that was in first place, I've had a higher P&L than that in one day before. RP&L too. You can just type MNQ or GC. Can you really do that? Well, it's such a habit for me now that friggin'. Yo, Coast, how's it going? Yeah, I kind of like that closer, to be honest. Yeah, we got a bit of an engulfing candle here. We might get sucked into something. It's not a huge retest, but it's a retest. The 30 resistance is right there. What I'm looking at really is just bulls to kind of fail to push up any further and then bears to take over and show signs of strength. Retest is basically just extra confirmation that price is not going to come up here again. Like this wick to the top side before it comes in and breaks the low is what I call a retest. Just kind of showing that we're rejecting off this area once again before I take a sell, which has saved my ass like a million times waiting for that. But yeah, this kind of meets all my criteria. Not for eval stage, no. Let's see. Yeah, you can pass it in one day. Would I recommend it? Depends on if your experience. Depends on how confident you are that you won't blow the funded nearly immediately. If you've proven that you can, hold steady for a while, then you're probably ready. And you can do that. But yeah, you might just be wasting a few $100s if you don't have the experience with prop firms. Yeah, but you have to pay the activation fee though. It's a lot more expensive. That's kind of where they make their money. They have 40% consistency on fundeds, or at least they did when I was funded with them. You mark the top of that red candle as a level of resistance. It's just not. I wouldn't want to buy above this level, to be honest. It's 40 ticks, yes, but it's ugly to me. I don't like buying above there. I'd prefer to wait until we buy back up into this massive range. It's like very key level here that's been reacted off so many times. I'd rather wait till we get a reaction off that, to be honest. Yo, 70 people in here. Let's go. Welcome. I'm going to drop my Discord link soon. We have a free Discord. If anybody's new, you're welcome to join. I'm going to drop it in the chat soon and pin it. We do webinars every weekend where we just talk about mindset and try to stay growth orientated and keep each other accountable and focused on what we're trying to do. Dive a little bit into psychology and stuff like that. Hustling hard, yes sir. It's an everyday thing. It's my life. I have no life outside of this. Not even joking. Yeah, if we get below 5 minutes on this candle and we don't reject off this resistance and tap me in, I'm going to cancel this order. Yeah, the top wick is looking pretty good. I like that we came up to the resistance. And if we reject off, I'll feel more confident for sure. And I definitely like that we've been so bearish for the day in general. Oh, we might have a jump scare incoming too. What do I check Forex for? Well, it's mainly for their 4-hour candle, but sometimes I just look at it to kind of get a gauge for like the correlation, and sometimes the levels would be a little bit different and I might take it kind of into consideration, but I always favor futures over what I see on Forex. Love your calmness, bro. We'll follow you for more. Do you trade live every day? I do. I also do Asia session too. But I will say I wasn't live for Asia earlier because my internet was down. I live in Canada. It was like extremely stormy, so Yeah, but I appreciate your kind words though, for sure. How come I choose futures over forex? Well, for one, I'm a live funded trader with TopStep. They're like my main prop firm. Also, it's just a lot cheaper. It's a cheaper price of entry, and it's, you know, I think the slippage is less common, or like obviously there's a decent amount of slippage, especially trading live with a prop firm, but it's not as bad as forex, I don't think. And thank you. I appreciate that you said it's a great stream. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Are the webinars on Zoom? No, there's a stage in the Discord server. Actually, you know what? I'll drop that now. I'll drop the Discord link. We'll get some new people in here, hopefully, and get some fresh meat in the webinar. It's in there's a stage in the Discord server, and basically we'll go into that. I'll start it and I'll be the host, and everybody can type, and it's just exclusive to people who join the Discord and be active in the community and stuff. Yeah, you'll get a reminder and stuff in there. It'll tag you and let you know when it's upcoming. It's every Friday when I would typically stream for the Asia session. So Asia open the day after the market closes. Okay, I'll let myself get tapped in if it enters me now. It's kind of pushing it, almost being in the last 5 minutes, but yeah, if we want to flip and break this low in the next 40 seconds, I'll leave the entry there. Daffy, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. This is my cat. Oh, he don't want to be up. He wants to stay on my bed. Meow. Yeah, he's pretty big. He used to be a lot smaller than that. Yeah, he's a good cat. He's a good cat. Yeah, I might cancel this now. We're so close to being tapped in. It's like, man. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll give it till 4 minutes. Sometimes I'll even do 3.5, but don't really like going to 3.5. I think my win rate is a little bit lower if I let it go that low. But I think it's a good setup, and I think if we manage to hold below this resistance and even close like small body, it'll be great. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this for now and kind of hope that maybe we'll close small body red or something, and then get an extra retest, and then I can enter off that. But yeah, even if it's a bit of a small body green, if it's kind of below where it engulfed, yeah, if it's about that size, maybe a little bit smaller, I'll put an entry there again. Maybe a little bit quicker too, because I find that they setups where we get that small body after a type 2, find they might take off in the first minute sometimes, so maybe like 45 seconds or something. So when you say retest, you mean where it fails to push up and create a top wick? Yeah, like whichever direction I'm going to take the trade. Like I know this is a sell position right now. Like let's say this was a buy. If I was entering right here, this is my entry. The retest wick would be at the bottom, whichever direction that my stop loss is going to be in, just to get extra confirmation that it's going to be in a safe place. Like speaking about my stop loss. It just helps with your risk management and kind of gives you a higher probability. Keeps you safe in the long run. Yeah, it's nice to have like over 70 people here though. Oh wow, 82. Normally we don't get this many viewers in pre-London for some reason. I think pre-London, where I just started it, is kind of just building up an audience a little bit, but yeah, just to let everybody know, I do stream Asia as well. So if there's any Asia open traders, then you're welcome to come along to that stream. Just smash the subscribe button. I'm trying to get 50,000 subscribers by next week. If you want to help me out, then make a bunch of accounts. Grant always spams that emoji. I've seen him freaking post that emoji so many times. By next week, yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if my channel just went viral? My guy said I always need to take a dump when a possible setup appears. You know, that's actually relatable though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like back when I would get more nervous, that would happen more often. I think it has to do with nervous shits, but you look at higher time frames for setups. Yeah, I always look for higher time frame compliments. Always. Oh man, that's funny. It's funny because I know the feeling. That's what's funny about it. Higher possibility that what doesn't? That my channel doesn't go viral? Oh yeah, I was just kidding. Did you ever blow XFA? Of course, dude. Of course, man. Everybody, every trader in the world that becomes profitable has blown a XFA, 100%. Yo, Morgan, how's it going? Glad to have you here. Yeah, we got a bit of a small body closer. That's good. That's really good. I'll take a sell here if we wick up and then break the previous low. Yeah, Morgan is back. That's good. Yeah, this is good. I might take an early entry on this one just because I know these specific setups like to take off early sometimes. I think the reason for that is that it's kind of within a 30-minute play. I think that's the reason it likes to take off a little bit early sometimes, but might even go a bit heavier on this. Oops. What did I just do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just fucked my entry. I just absolutely screwed my entry. Yeah, I'm hoping that we can break the previous 30 with some relative ease. You got a W on that? Nice. Jack got a W on this. That's good. Yeah, you can close it here. I know a lot of you guys probably had your stop right here. I wanted to give it a little bit more space. I am confident that we can break that 30 low and push a little bit further. So yeah, we'll see. If we don't, that's kind of on me for being dumb, but how tragic. How tragic is that? Got B, yeah. I think I would have went to B if we broke that low there, but we didn't even do it. Yeah, I think it's very low probability for it to have played out like this. If it goes up and hits my stop, I'm gonna be genuinely surprised. But yeah, it happens. Been getting cooked on stream lately. I really think that was, for that to happen was genuinely so low probability. I went wide stop loss as if it was the initial entry, like as if we entered on this candle. I like to do that. I feel like it's safer. Yeah, getting cooked on stream all the time lately. You miss your partials by 1 pip and then B. Yeah, that sucks. Wait, did you not go to B, or you went to B and never got your partials? Whoa. Oh yeah, my daily loss limit. Shit. I forgot I have a $1,000 daily loss limit set. If you miss your first entry, no, I would not look to enter on a flip here. Definitely not. Yeah, I think that was a... Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That was, yeah, that was like, honestly, so low probability for that to happen. Not very often do I see that setup play out like that, where it actually pushes and then comes all the way back up. Like that very rarely happens, but obviously it does sometimes. That's the game, man. That's the game. Yeah, I mean, this account pretty much is nerfed at this point. I just took 2 L's back to back on this account. This account should be gone because I was only planning on giving myself room for 2 L's on this account. But really annoying market in gold lately. I know you should not blame the markets, but it's been a pain in the ass. Nah, it actually has. Like, the past few weeks, I will say I've seen more setups not play out in the past few weeks than the entire year. Like, legit, the entire year before these past few weeks, I've seen way more setups play out. Like, way more. This exact trade, I've taken this exact trade many times. And I think these setups are the most likely ones to have runners where they create that small body on a type 2. And for me to see these form and then not play out so many times, it's like, damn. Yeah. Two weeks ago, my setups would just go, like, price would just go one way. Now it's like every 40 pips it needs to retest. What are your thoughts about it? I think it's just it's a little stint, I think. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now. Not going to blame fundamentals, but you can't deny that trades are playing out differently. Also, it's only been like it for a few weeks, so you can't say, oh, the market's changed completely. It's like, no, it's just a few weeks. That's just going to happen. But I am kind of comforted, though, that I didn't take that on my live. The fact that I wasn't trading my live account, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Would feel way worse. Yeah, if you got BE and partials, though, that's a W, man. Because I know a lot of people like to, when they take these setups, they consider it a chance to get your stop loss tighter above this candle. Like, a lot of people look at these setups like you can use this as the new resistance almost. I don't think that's strong enough. I still like to go wider as if I took it on that initial candle. My experience has been that it's a little bit safer to do that, but yep. Isn't that awesome? I think honestly my only wins has been off stream lately, which kind of pisses me off. Buys above for London Open. Yeah, too bad I got nothing to trade. It would be a nice 30 closer. Hourlies, man. 4 hour. That's one thing I was in the back of my head. Get another account. No, not really in the mood. Just gonna wait till tomorrow and trade my live again, I think. One thing in the back of my mind was definitely this 4 hour area right here. But yeah, I was saying ever since we came in to pre-London, I was literally saying definitely looking for a sell. and we got a really good sell setup, and we executed on it very well, and it just didn't play out. So there's literally nothing to be upset about. There's no reason to be like, if anybody trades the same way I do and they took that setup, there's no reason to be upset with yourself or mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that play out so many times where it's like, I'd be stupid if I didn't take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. The only thing that gets me a little bit emotional, the only thing that makes me feel some type of way is that the past few weeks have been tough. Like, when it comes to the way probabilities have been playing out. Yeah. And also, like, I definitely feel some type of way about how often these present. You know, I feel like not only the past few weeks have they not been playing out as much, but they've also been appearing less, in my experience. Could you mark that as support now? Yeah, you could. You definitely could. I'm mostly losing on London sessions. The market moves have changed since last week of November. What's your thoughts? Well, yeah, it's kind of what I was just talking about. It's been frustrating the way shit's been playing out lately, but that's just part of it. It kind of goes through phases. Like I've said that before. Yeah. It's like Dan was doing London and shit was just not playing out, and he switched to New York, and I fucking had to start doing London, and now shit's not playing out for me. Why the fuck am I doing London now? Like, seriously. Yeah. Survive till tomorrow. 100%. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I'm probably getting ready to take off though. I'm gonna call it. That was 2 trades for me today. I'm gonna call it on that. But yeah, this next month I'm gonna say is gonna be pretty sick. Planning on making a lot more content to be posted on social media platforms. Not only am I gonna be streaming 2 times a day, but I'm also gonna be telling more of my story and sharing more of my life on there. And the webinars are gonna be popping on Fridays. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, like Logan said, hopefully we can end the week strong. And even if that means taking another L on stream, you know what I mean? We can take another L on stream. If it's a good setup, we still ended the week strong. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, thanks for everybody watching. I genuinely love coming on here and chatting with you guys. Yeah, that's the thing. I actually show it. Like, I come on here and I actually take trades. I don't just show up and not do anything. That's a good thing about Dan, me, Aaron Trades. You know, we actually do it. But yeah. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, that's funny. But like, yeah, thanks for showing up. If you don't follow my socials, check me out on Instagram Join the Discord. It's still pinned right there. You got like a second to do it. But yeah. Yeah, later, guys.